Tonight, the dust has settled. After Tuesday's primary, we're getting a better idea of what November will look like and why there will be a historic first in Minnesota. And Wisconsin's newest congressman spends the day in Superior as he seeks his first full term this fall. Plus, a troubled Duluth intersection could be undergoing a big change. What it is and how it could improve traffic flow.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Mack. Kristen is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. Following last night's primary, Duluth's Senate seat is guaranteed to be held by a woman. It's a trend the state has been seeing grow for quite some time now. That would be more women in politics. Jen McEwen beat out Senator Eric Simonson last night, gaining 75% of the vote. Simonson has served the Duluth area at the state capitol for the last 8 years. McEwen moves on to the general election in November to square off against Republican Donna Bergstrom. According to state data, in 1970, there were just 2 women serving at the state capitol. By 1990, that number grew to 39. And today, 65 women represent regions across our state in St. Paul. And as CBS3's Natalie Grant reports, that number will continue to grow following yesterday's primary, as Duluth will make history in the District 7 state Senate seat.
Tuesday night's primary decided a woman will fill Duluth's open Senate seat, whichever party wins. Another woman at the Capitol is welcome news for Duluth Representative Jennifer Schultz.
Our Senate is not well represented by women, so to have more women in the Senate, I think, will be a very positive thing.
The city will also make history, having women in all 3 of its legislative seats. Schultz thinks that she knows why more women are entering politics.
I think women are just willing to step up now, and once you have some women in, we're encouraging other women to run and to lead, and that's what we see in this trend.
There could be more to it than that. Iron Range political columnist Aaron Brown says the Northland's changing industries could play a role.
Historically, this region has been dominated by the natural resources economy, which has been a historically male-dominated field. So whether you're talking about mining or logging, a lot of our history, at least in terms of elected leaders and people whose names get written down, a lot of those leaders have been men.
Now, according to Brown, Duluth's biggest industry changed over the years, from natural resources to healthcare, a field dominated by women. But whatever the reason, he thinks the trend will continue.
You see women on the city council, you see women running for other offices, getting involved. You're seeing this start to even out, and that's a process that will continue.
Continue and grow as more women lead.
It's an honor to have served the last 6 years. I'm looking forward to serve another 2 years and to work with more women.
This will also mark just the second time in history Duluth's Senate seat is held by a woman, the first being Yvonne Prentner-Solon, who held the seat for 2 terms in the early 2000s before becoming lieutenant governor beside then-governor Mark Dayton. And here's a quick look at Duluth's voter turnout for yesterday's primary. City officials say about 8,200 people voted in person. So far, they've received 9,000 absentee ballots of the 12,000 that were requested. They're asking anyone who wants to vote absentee in November to request your ballot now. We have a link to do that on our website. In a surprise move this afternoon, the Republican-led Minnesota Senate voted to oust one of the governor's commissioners. The Senate denied the confirmation of Nancy LaPink as Commissioner of Labor and Industry. Governor Walz appointed her in 2019. The Department of Labor and Industry oversees occupational health and safety. Some are accusing Republicans of playing politics in the situation. The Senate tried to end the governor's pandemic emergency powers today, but the Democratic-led House blocked it. The governor called LaPink a champion for the health and safety of workers. Several labor unions also spoke out against her removal. Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka said he warned Walz LaPink was not working out. And Dave's here for our first look at the weather. Dave, I feel like we saw a full gamut of things today. Sun, clouds, then some rain, then some sun and rain. It was a weird day.
Yeah, at least for half of our region, the rain. It was more central Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin.
Okay.
And it buzzed through in the past couple of hours and brought rain totals like this. 0.02 of an inch at the airport in Duluth, but as you and I know, it was a little bit heavier for a little bit longer down here in Canal Park. About a 1/2 inch in Hayward, though, in Siren as well, 1/3 of an inch from Aiken down to Hinckley. This is just the lead element of a low-pressure system that could keep Rain chances going all the way through Saturday morning. So there's that warm front snaking into our region, and its frontal boundary is kicking up that precip that we're still seeing in parts of northern Wisconsin and now going towards the upper peninsula. Main body of the low is still back towards North Dakota, and that could bring a chance for the second round come tomorrow. Probably not early on. There's still a vague 30% chance we'll get a few more showers overnight tonight, but then much of the day tomorrow could be dry and at least partly sunny. There's your mixed bag again, Tony. But by the time we get into tomorrow night, a 60% chance for showers and storms returns, and some of those storms could be vigorous, perhaps even severe. We'll talk about it in more detail in a few more minutes.
Republican Congressman Tom Tiffany has held his seat in the U.S. House of Representatives for 3 months now. He won the special election back in May for Wisconsin's 7th congressional district. Today, he made a stop in Superior to hear from local business players on what their needs are. CBS 3's John Cardinelli caught up with Tiffany during the visit to find out what the congressman learned on his trip and what he looks forward to.
Winning a special election.
It's been a real whirlwind.
During a pandemic.
Just a really unusual situation.
Is what Republican Congressman Tom Tiffany did just 3 months ago.
It's new. I had not served out in Washington, D.C. before.
After winning the special election in May, the former state senator paid a visit to Superior on Wednesday.
We wanted to come to Superior here to be able to see, first of all, UW Superior and many of the businesses that are operating here.
The visit, an opportunity for Tiffany to hear the needs of the community and local businesses.
Trying to get greater access for funds on the military side for these port facilities like a Fraser shipyard, that they can get some of that business from those federal contracts. We think they should be able to get access to more of that.
Tiffany also touched on education and what the immediate future should hold.
It is really important that we get kids back in the classroom if possible, because otherwise we're going to lose a generation in terms of their education.
Other changes on Tiffany's agenda is trying to shift control away from Washington and bring it back to the community for things like education.
We're going to get better results when we have people in our local communities that are making those decisions.
While Tiffany says his goal is addressing these issues in the House, he also is focusing on his upcoming election in November against Tricia Zunker, a familiar candidate.
I have 3 things that I'm going to be talking about throughout this campaign: renewing the American dream, restoring opportunity here in America, and rebuilding our economy.
Now, we did reach out to Zunker today as she also looks ahead to that November election. She provided us a statement saying she's trying to reach voters all across the district to let them know if she's elected in November, she will ensure access to affordable health care, bring good-paying jobs back to Wisconsin, and make sure small and mid-sized farmers have a voice in Congress. Her full statement is on our website. People in and around Bayfield County can get a free COVID test this Friday. The county is partnering with the Wisconsin National Guard to host the free testing event. It's at the Cable Community Center from 11 to 7 on Friday. It's open to anyone living in Wisconsin. It will be first come, first served. You can also call ahead for an appointment. We'll have that information on our website. A congested Duluth intersection could be looking very different soon. CBS 3's Ryan Campos spoke with residents today about a proposal to turn Glenwood Street and Snively and Jean Duluth roads into a roundabout.
I think the proposed roundabout is actually the best alternative for the intersection. It does get really noisy, and it is a dangerous intersection.
Trista Anderson's home that overlooks the Glenwood Street and the Jean Duluth and Snively Road intersection could look different soon.
We want to get this roundabout constructed sooner and later just to help the problems now and so it doesn't get even worse into the future.
During the peak hours of the morning and evening commute, St. Louis County engineer Steve Crassaway said he would give traffic flow in that area an F.
By doing this roundabout, it'll be an A grade when we're all done, so it'll improve traffic flow dramatically for the next at least 20 years based on traffic forecasting.
The project's goal is to help ease traffic congestion in the area, which is one of the main routes from the eastern townships into the city.
If it slows down traffic and helps people get to where they're going faster, I think it's a great idea.
While some are on board for this roundabout proposal, others are worried about how drivers will react.
The big thing is, do people know how to use them? And that's going to be the big issue for after they build it for several months, for a year, will people know how to use a roundabout?
Roger Brennan, who lives on Everett Street, is also worried if the intersection does get closed, what it means for traffic flowing through side streets.
They're used not to having traffic. They'll come barreling out of their driveways on their bikes without thinking, not realizing, okay, now all of a sudden we've got hundreds of cars coming up the road here.
The The project would cost more than $1.7 million and construction would begin in 2022. A virtual public meeting will be held at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. That's when residents can offer feedback on the design and learn more about the county's plans. We have a link for information on that on our website. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3 as the start of the school year draws closer, there's one big question on parents' minds. We answer it next.
Record high temp today, 89 degrees back in 1965. Some towns could get close, mid-80s tomorrow. And of course, that heat will provide lift for the storms that could be coming our way. We'll talk about the odds and how long those storms will last coming up after this break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS 3.
Play It Again Sports carries the largest selection of both new and quality used ice hockey equipment, skates, sticks, and goalie gear you need to play the game. With lacrosse being the fastest growing sport in the Northland, trust their knowledgeable staff to outfit you with the right equipment at the right price. Play It Again Sports, Duluth and Superior.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty, or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
Heart attacks and strokes don't stay home. So don't avoid the ER out of anxiety. Don't die of doubt. If you have an emergency, call 911. When seconds count, the hospital is the safest place to be.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the DW crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on social media and discoverwisconsin.com for behind-the-scenes content and great Wisconsin giveaways, including a chance to win a free vacation. This week's featured prize package could take you to Ripon. Just visit discoverwisconsin.com for details.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Vaki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki. Tuesdays at 10 only on Live Local CBS 3. Brought to you by Iron Mining Association.
When a crisis strikes, cash is the best form of relief. It can easily be transformed into health services, water, food, or clothes. Cash can travel everywhere and aid people all around the world. Donate. Smart. Fast. Donate cash.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Like Tony mentioned a few minutes ago, we had quite a mixed bag around the region here this evening. Some towns had rain, others didn't. Some had clouds, some didn't. Some of us had all of it all at once, like South Range, Wisconsin. Here we see the higher pressure trying to bring in the sunshine, and the lower pressure advancing towards our region, bringing the clouds up aloft and going a little bit back and forth. Rain totals, well, fairly impressive down towards Hayward already. That's just a sign of things to come. It'll take a couple of days for the rest of this low pressure system to work through our region. And by tomorrow night, we're looking at a 60% chance for potentially strong storms. Now, let's go full screen and talk about the current conditions at the airport. Right now, it's 60 degrees there with a relative humidity reading of 86%. That's gone up, of course, because of the precip that's fallen. Easterly, southeasterly winds running 6 miles per hour, and our air pressure at the surface still holding steady on the high side at 1,019 millibars or 30.09 inches of mercury. But up aloft, indeed, with that low pressure system coming aboard, things are going to be going the other direction, a downward spiral here. at least probably through Saturday afternoon when we start to clear up again. Current temps, they're going 66, 67 degrees in the Upper Peninsula, 60 to 65 degrees here in northwestern Wisconsin on the cooler side of the spectrum. In Superior, the warmer side towards Ashland's Kennedy Airport. 61 right now in Moose Lake and for Two Harbors, Silver Bay 2, and up to Gunflint, 64 Ely. Down to 57 for Hibbing, Chisholm, Side Lake, places like that. Buell, Nashua, Keewatin. 61 Grand Rapids, 65 International Falls. Lows for the most part likely will be in the lower 60s for many places. Held up a little bit by increasing dew points, more moisture in the air, which could provide more fuel for both storms and precip by tomorrow night. Now, Doppler map shows that run of rain that came in the afternoon is going through northern Wisconsin and into the Upper Peninsula here this evening. Nothing that's been worthy of triggering any alerts, luckily, so it's been calm, although a bit of the rain, like we mentioned again, towards Hayward has been on the heavier side. We'll say there's still a 30% chance for a little follow-up here in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan as well, but then tomorrow we get a bit of a break as our low-pressure system regroups. The warm front, that's the first trigger, then the main body of the low tomorrow night into Friday will be the second trigger, and again, there's a chance that some of those storms could become severe Thursday night into early Friday morning, and then winding down to just showers Saturday morning. And Saturday afternoon, we could clear up as higher pressure from well off to the west finally chases away this low and lets us clear up, but also cool down. A cooling trend we'll show you with the 7-day forecast. Tonight in Minnesota, the low temps could be as cool as 57 up to Gunflint to as warm as 64 on Park Point. Everybody else in between, 30% chance for more rain, like I mentioned, and we'll call it a 30% shot for Wisconsin and the UP as well. Low temps there in the lower 60s. For tomorrow, much of the day in Wisconsin and Michigan could be partly sunny and dry. It's a 40% chance for storms returning at night. Afternoon high temps will be in the low to mid 80s. Minnesota inland, low to mid 80s there, 70s by the lake, partly sunny day, 60% chance for the storms at night. And again, keep in mind, Thursday night into Friday, some of those storms could become severe. Now, we take a look at Friday. There's that 60% chance, giving way to a 30% chance on Saturday. And then the cold front, the third trigger of the low, finally gets to us towards Sunday and Monday, drops the temperatures down, but the higher pressure advancing behind clears us up. So it'll be a proverbial splitting of the difference. It'll look better, but it might feel a little bit cooler.
Thanks, Dave. While Minnesota schools are preparing for fall classes, parents have a lot of questions, including how will educators reach students who are having challenges with distance learning? Susan Elizabeth Littlefield has the answer based on new state guidance released today.
The first day of school, an apex of adolescence. But this year, the first day will truly be a first, as it will begin amidst an isolating pandemic.
Our children have been having a difficult time. They miss their friends. They miss the activities that they're used to.
Like many families, the Macs of North Minneapolis have had to grapple with tough questions. So have their friends.
With parents who have children with special needs and with learning challenges, how will they be supported in distance learning as well?
In a virtual hearing, legislators asked Department of Education leaders that question too. Here's their response.
That they consult with the relevant members of their IEP team. So that could include the parents, it could include a teacher specifically, to determine what accommodations or additional services might be needed based upon the model that is being used by that district. Certainly a parent always has the opportunity to request an IEP team meeting, and in some cases it may be appropriate to pull that full IEP team together when making decisions about changing services.
And for the students who will be back in class, the Department of Ed says all teachers will have clear face shields so students can read their expressions, and they will be working on ventilation systems.
The Department of Education says as far as going back inside of classrooms, they're going to prioritize schools with students that are young and students with more needs.
As for the students who have been lagging behind in distance learning,
if you're absent for 1 day or 2 days, this is the first point of outreach that we're going to make. If you're absent a third day, we might actually be asking to come out and do a home visit, right, from an educator perspective, and really doing some of those pieces, because we really are worried about our students. And that's one of the biggest concerns around distance learning, is not being able to see and engage with the faces of our students and our children.
The Department of Ed says their plan is just a start because these days, everybody's learning.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, Joe Biden makes history as he formally introduces his VP pick. Details coming up.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. The TED event is happening now, where you're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Incredible savings during the big anniversary sale going on now at Slumberland. Deals galore throughout the store, from modern sofas and chairs to gorgeous beds and lots more. Top it off with totally free shipping. The big anniversary sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Hello, Northland. It's good to see you.
During this time, staying healthy might look a little bit different.
But we're still here to care for you.
St. Luke's now offers new ways for you to see us.
Like telehealth video visits, which is how I'm talking to you right now.
If you do need to be seen in person, you can rest assured
we are keeping our clinics and hospitals clean and safe.
If you have any questions
or want to make an appointment,
give us a call.
We'll be happy to help.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips Fruitwood oak cabinets in painted or dark shaker styles. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
Hi, John with Prime Appliance. We were thinking about a tent sale until we saw the cost of renting a tent, insurance, labor, security, and then what about the weather? So we decided to have a no tent sale and pass the savings directly onto you with prices like this. Get quality Frigidaire and GE laundry pairs with electric dryers starting at just $11.99. Or get the Speed Queen front and top load laundry pairs with the best warranties at no tent sale pricing. Financing always available. Take it home today or set up delivery during the no tent sale at Prime Appliance.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection. Shop across the Ford lineup, America's best-selling brand. Now's the best time to buy. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, lease a Ford F-150 today for just $299 a month. That's just $299 a month. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Incredible savings on Sealy mattresses during our big anniversary sale now at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen mattress as low as $99 or a luxurious Sealy Posturepedic for $9.99. Plus free shipping. The big anniversary sale at Slumberland.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on Live Local CBS 3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Joe Biden made history as he introduced Kamala Harris as his running mate at a high school in Delaware tonight. Months after they clashed during the Democratic primary debates, Harris praised the former vice president and his record. The California senator is a former prosecutor and state attorney general. She will become the first black woman and first person of South Asian American descent nominated for national office by a major political party. Biden's search team started with more than 20 initial candidates and recruited dozens of lawyers to conduct deep dives into 11 finalists. Meanwhile, Sumner Redstone, the media legend who built what is now Viacom CBS, died Tuesday. He got a start in media in 1954. In 1987, he engineered the purchase of Viacom, and in 1994, acquired Paramount. Today, Viacom CBS owns a wide range of media brands, including the CBS Television Network, CBS News, and several cable channels, including BET, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, and more. He was 97. Coming up in sports, the Twins scored more than a few times against the Brewers tonight. Kelly will count them all coming up.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another night worrying about your investments, get a second opinion on your investment strategy today. Let us show you how a professionally designed investment strategy that's aligned with your goals can help you sleep well at night. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to get our investment review checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 investment.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Keep your rooms comfortable with Hunter ceiling fans. Explore a wide variety of styles and finishes. Get 11% off all Hunter ceiling fans. Add style and beauty to your home with Great Lakes hardwood and vinyl plank flooring. Choose from vinyl plank in wood grain and tile patterns. All Great Lakes flooring is 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I've got one for you. See, UCare, health plan demystifiers and sleeve roller uppers.
UCare, health plan demystifiers and sleeve roller uppers.
Sounds so good when you say it. 96% of all providers accept UCare because they rock so hard.
96% of all providers accept UCare because they ride so hard. Can we pull over?
What's our tagline?
UCare, people-powered health plan.
So good.
If 2020 teaches us anything, it's that we need our public schools and educators more than ever to inspire tomorrow's scientists to find new ways to fight disease, to move tomorrow's citizens to find new ways to bridge race and class divisions, and, above all, to challenge tomorrow's leaders to find new ways forward. Believe in We Minnesota, electing lawmakers who will invest in, not cut, this essential resource.
Access North, over 30 years of service throughout northeastern Minnesota.
Being retired, I was looking for a little supplemental income. Access North offered the perfect solution with their homemaking services position. It's not only personally rewarding, helping other seniors and veterans, but it helps me stay active, the hours are flexible, and I can make some extra money too.
For more information about their homemaking services and other employment positions, call Access North, Center for Independent Living today.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Payments of medical bills and wages. Money for pain and suffering. Call anytime 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Coming up Thursday on CBS3 this morning, we'll be sharing more details about Minnesota's primary election results as absentee ballots continue to be counted.
And I'll be in again tomorrow to show you your weekend forecast and also when we could see some thunderstorms coming up soon.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
There's no 10-run limit or any sort of end-it rule for Major League Baseball. Tonight, the Brewers might have been praying for one because by the middle of the fifth inning, the Twins had double digits on the Brew Crew. We don't have time for all of the runs, but they started with the 5-run second inning. 1 run at a time behind 3 singles, a double, and a wild pitch. Nelson Cruz with a single off Brewers starter Eric Lauer to left center field to score Mitch Garver from second to the top of the third. The small ball, it ends. Miguel Sano with the blast to left field. Sano's 4th of the season makes it 6-0. Twins obviously win handedly 12-2 the final. A staple of the Minnesota Vikings defensive line is now line for the past decade is now leaving the team via a report from the NFL Network. Everson Griffin has signed a 1-year contract with the Dallas Cowboys. The 4-time Pro Bowler entered the summer as a free agent and issued a statement in March that he would not return to Minnesota. But in the following months, the Vikings did not rule out the possibility of bringing him back. His deal in Dallas is reportedly worth $6 million. Griffin has 74.5 sacks with the Vikings, ranking 15th among all active players in that category. Now we're still awaiting details on whether or not the UMD hockey programs will indeed hit the ice for some competitive collegiate hockey this coming season. Nevertheless, though, the team is preparing just the same. That includes recent AHCA All-American scholars, junior to be Tanner Latteru and sophomore to be Ryan Fanti. Both were among the 574 individuals from the Division I ranks that posted a 3.75 GPA or greater this past season.
Our coaches do a good job with it, and everyone kind of pushes each other to
kind of do well on both sides of the ice. They're kind of always on us to do well and to make sure we're getting our work done, whether we're at home that week or we're on the road, and just they really stay honest for that.
It's awesome. At the end of the day, I mean, it probably makes my mom more proud than getting the actual All-American. Keeping yourself on top of things, like everyone has a lot of stuff going on in their life, whether they're a hockey player, a football player, or they're a regular student. Everyone's got a lot of stuff going on. So I would just say keeping yourself organized and knowing what you have to do that week and having a schedule each week that, okay, I have to get this done. I'm going to have hockey at these times, just knowing everything you have to do and just kind of staying on top of it, because the second you get behind the 8 ball, then you just get crushed.
And as it sits right now, the UMD men's hockey schedule sits in place as is, with a few minor adjustments. Whether you think as a fan that hockey is going to happen or not this coming winter, UMD is preparing to play. Knowing what we know now, fall sports are having to make the tough decisions to either shorten their schedule or rid of play altogether. Just yesterday, the Big Ten announced that they are forgoing fall sports due to health concerns over COVID-19. Hockey here in Duluth gets a bit more time to make that final decision. The UMD men's team isn't set to return to practice for a few weeks, and the first conference game on the schedule isn't until the end of October.
Right now, we're all planning on starting on time until someone says no. I mean, but, you know, it's going to be different no matter what. I mean, it's already been different. We're able to get back going, whether with a lot of fans, no fans. You know, I think the guys will just enjoy being back playing. And, you know, we're excited to get our guys back up on campus here in a couple weeks and kind of try to get to a little bit of a normal life. But we'll see what happens. But we're all planning to be ready on time, and changes, we've got contingency plans for that.
Let's just hope that hockey returns this fall. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
If you want to begin your college education close to home and at an affordable price, consider Mesabi Range College this fall. Mesabi Range College offers the first 2 years of a 4-year degree, or we have several career and technical programs, including evening and online programs that will get you into the workforce fast. Stay home, stay safe, and save money at Mesabi Range College. Fall semester begins on August 24th, 2020. Find us online at mesabirange.edu.
Here is a peek at the West Duluth Super One Liquor location, a new and improved store right in your neighborhood. Super One Liquor has you covered for all of your party and gathering needs. We have a commitment to deliver outstanding service, variety, and top quality wine and spirits. And don't forget the best variety of ice-cold beer and beverages. Super One Liquor, come for the service, leave with the savings.
Mediacom's fiber-powered broadband network was built for the future, and it's in your community. Delivering gigabit speeds to every home and business we serve. We'll be one of the first in the nation to take you to 10G, making your community one of the fastest in the world. The foundation is in place, and Mediacom will be making way for brilliant possibilities, igniting economic development and lighting up communities nationwide.
Join the Greater Downtown Council for Movies in the Parking Lot, Friday nights all summer long. Watch movies from the comfort of your vehicle. Reserve your $10 parking spot ahead of time at downtownduluth.com/events/movies in the park. Present your digital ticket at the gate and enjoy. Bring your own food or have snacks from the concession stands. Here's what's playing this week. Presented by Carlson Orthodontics and live local CBS3.
Vaping has been declared a national epidemic among youth. 1 in 3 high schoolers vape in northeastern Minnesota.
My child started having seizures from vaping. There's still so many unknown chemicals.
One vape cartridge has as much nicotine as at least 2 packs of cigarettes.
My child was hospitalized with severe lung injuries.
They said it was no big deal.
My child said it was no risk.
That it was under control.
That's what my child said. But what could I have said? Get the facts and talk to your child today.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Mainstream is your wedding headquarters. Downtown Duluth.
A new dino has been discovered in England, and it's related to the mighty T-Rex. University of Southampton paleontologists spent months studying 4 bones found last year off England's south coast. The university says the scientists determined they were from the neck, back, and tail of a new dinosaur previously unknown to science. They believe it lived about 115 million years ago. The findings will be published in the journal Papers in Paleontology. Meanwhile, the bones will be displayed at the Dinosaur Isle Museum on the Isle of Wight. It's always cool when new dinosaurs get discovered.
Dynamite.
Dynamite, sure. Dave, we can see any more rain tonight?
You know, there's a slight chance for a little more tonight, primarily in Wisconsin and the UP, a lesser chance for Minnesotans. Then much of the day on Thursday could be partly sunny and dry, but this low pressure system is coming in bits and chunks and segments, and the next segment hits Thursday night into Friday morning. That could pack a bit of a punch, perhaps a little severe weather possible there, and then Friday night it'll do it again before it wraps up on Saturday, and the latter half of the weekend becomes a little bit calmer.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.